Alright guys, what up? McRib47 back again. Right now, currently, I'm working on a Scion TC. I believe it's like a 2004. The issue with this car is it has a misfire. So I believe it's a P0300, basically 300 to 304. And right now, I'm going to be checking if the code comes back. Obviously, I haven't fixed anything yet. So all I did was switch, an ignition coil around. So I'm gonna go start it up, see if the code's still there, let it run. You can see, yeah, it's definitely got a misfire. Car is not sounding like it should. Look at, see, there's the check engine light. Let's plug this bad boy in. I recommend one of these code readers to anyone that's trying to fix their car or their families. So all it is, you know, for any car that's OBD2, you're gonna plug into a port like this. Any car should have one. This is OBD2. Here you go. It's not that hard. Clearly we know we have a misfire. So it's scanning, it's doing its job right now. Reading. All right, so now this has done its job. It's clearly got a misfire. Car is shaking. It's not a bad engine mount. So let's see. Look at, we got one code, one fault. So no pending. Let's scroll. P0302. So that's cylinder 2, and that's it. So let's see if we can swap some coil packs around. See if it's potentially a faulty coil pack or whatnot. All right, so turn off the car. So again, P0302. So again, the cool thing about that tool is it tells you exactly what's wrong. I totally recommend anyone that's willing to, like, you know, I got into fixing cars, 1, because I love cars, 2, saves me money. You see how much the dealership charges. So what you're gonna do, from, I guess the way Toyota does it, it's from the belt side back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the one we have an issue with right here, number 2. So I'm gonna either swap these two, because I know this is a new one. We'll clear the code, let the car do its thing, run, and once I swap those two around, we'll clear the code. I'll just leave the car running, and eventually, if it is a potentially bad coil pack, the code should move. So it should move from either cylinder 2, which is the bad one, to here. If it's not, then I'll do a spark plug, check it, potentially just swap these 2 spark plugs, see if the issue moves or whatever, and see what we have. So I'll get back to you guys right now. And also, if you guys like it, I'm filming from a GoPro now. It's my GoPro Hero 4. I've done some videos with it. Let me know if you see a quality difference or audio difference. Again, it's much appreciated. I would like to know. It's kind of hard since, like, for my GoPro I have all the equipment. So here we go. We got the 210s out of there. 1, 2. One thing you want to be very cautious with, I don't know about you, but if you guys ever worked on Scions, a lot of the material they use is very cheap. I didn't even break these. They were already broken once I got to this area, all 4. But make sure when you do install your coil packs, you make sure it's seated correctly. Again, you won't hear the clicking noise, but again, so before, when I turned off the camera, I labeled it like this for cylinders 1, 2, 3, 4, and such, just so I have a reminder of which one's which. I'm going to be swapping these 2 around. So this one. Also, you want to inspect this. It's kind of oily, possibly a valve cover gasket. The little O-rings that go around there are loose, but whatever. Again, it can't cause a misfire, but again, you know, you want to keep your car in tip-top shape. So let's see this one. Let's see how this one is. This one's actually putting up a fight. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'll be right back. So here we go. I got that coil pack in there. As we recall, this one was over here originally. Now this one's, they swapped. We'll see if that works, if that gets rid of the code, and I'm gonna plug all this stuff up, and next you'll be seeing me starting the car and checking the engine code. All right guys, I got the bolts started by hand first. You always want to do that. You don't want to freaking strip them. So there you go. I got the harness in. Again, these are all messed up, so you want to try to make sure they're in. I'll be using my Makita right now. You don't want to go too hard on this. Once I hear it, like, that's good. That's good. Again, these bolts are exposed to heat. They get a lot of heat and they cool, so they expand and contract, and last thing you want to do is break it. So next thing I'll be doing, just to make sure it's tight, I'm not going to finish it off with the Makita, as my master tech always taught me. You want to use something like this. Again, it's small. You can't get all big leverage and you can't snap a bolt. You don't want to use something like this. You're gonna have so much leverage you might just snap it and you're stuck there. So here we are. We got the 10, the little guy. And one way he taught me is just go from this head and just turn. Okay, let's see. On. So here we go. Let's see. Alright, so you just go, give it a little turn. That should be good. You don't want to go ham. These are not like crazy bolts, like, control arm bolts or nothing. They're little 10s. They'll snap. So here we go. We got that all clear. So let's go see what happens when we start it up. Get the key. Nice little Scion cheap key. Alright, so here we are. We did the whole coil thing. Remember, it was in cylinder 2. See, there's the code. Here we go. We still have a misfire. Car shaking. So let's do a scan. Alright, so we'll erase. Yes. Done. Thank you. Alright, so now it's idling fine. It says maintenance required and whatnot. Again, it's an old car. It's got 200K. We'll let it do its thing again. Let it run for a little bit. And then I'll check back in with y'all. Alright, so the car's been running for about maybe like 2 minutes. You can already hear a major difference from the way it is. But yeah, it's a lot better. I'm going to let it run for a little longer, maybe 5 minutes. As you can see so far, no check engine light. Once the computer does its cycle and everything, it'll trigger the check engine light. Thus, we'll hear a different kind of idle. Right now, it sounds nice. You don't hear it sputtering, anything like having a hard time keeping idle. So I'll tune back into you guys so you guys can see if it triggers again. I'm gonna give it some time, let it go through its motions, and we'll get back to it. All right, guys, so update. We got a pending code, P0303. So again, like I was saying, we moved the coil pack. And originally, remember, the code was P0302. So what does that say to us? Again, we found the problem. So originally this coil pack was over here, and the code originally rang up for P0302, so this is our verdict. He is bad. Again, these are meant to break. They're always on when you're at idle, stop driving, Again, they can only take some abuse, and I'd rather have this replaced because I've had issues where people's spark plug shoots up through the hood, and the threads inside the block where you put your spark plugs are messed up. And what do? You have to go to a machine shop, or you have to have a time cert. Personally, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't want to ruin this thread. So again, that's easy fix. Order the part, get it by today, tomorrow. He's a happy guy. It's a good homie. So again, that's how you want to check. Again, if this would have went further, let's say the issue stayed at P0302 over here, then I would pull this out, check the spark plug, swap from one of these. Again, that's why I label it, so I always have memorization of where I took which part from and where. Again, it's just like in school, your teachers teach you process of elimination, basically what we did there. And look, we kind of diagnosed the problem. We'll buy the new part, and we'll see from there. I'll update you guys once I get the new part. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's just a simple tip. Thought I'd show like a repair. It's pretty cool. Mostly all the stuff has been about my EP3, but again, this is day in the life of stuff. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Keep your cars running great. Checking out McRib.